Hi. Yesterday I was in a school, and in the school I was attending some of the exhibitions. The children were displaying their project work. So I found the students of 8, 9, 10, and stuff from class 11. They were displaying this on some interesting projects like photosynthesis, like power generation, EV sales, solar energy, Archimedes principles, some mathematical tools. They were all displaying that. I really love that. I no denying the fact is that I really love that part. They were doing something very interesting. I think it should happen more, and students will also learn a lot in terms of they are showcasing their work. One of the things that I thought was missing is the fact that most of them were actually just showcasing the product, the product or the concept, just showcasing it, that how exactly it is done, how exactly it is managed, and which is on the very transactional part that they were doing. So while everything looked very, coming from young children, it looks very nice, but there is more. There's more that as parents one can do, or as teachers one could encourage students to do, is to see a larger picture of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, today what we are going to do is we are going to talk about how do you make your children more creative. Okay. So, hi, I'm Deepak Kumar, and welcome to Design Talks. We have created an ecosystem that helps you move from a current state to a desired state, from where you can achieve your business goals, your professional goals, your relationship goals, and your life goals. Everything you can achieve. And I think you should try out with knowing about it, but from one meeting. You could reach out to me for a meeting. We can have a small conversation and then discuss on it. राइट देन मैं आज आपको शेयर कर रहा था ना कि मैं वो जो स्टूडेंट से मिला, वो स्टूडेंट्स एक्चुअली they were doing work, and I must give them full appreciation for what they have done, what they have worked, what they have created. Everything is very nice. हंसी मजाक है, मुझे भी मालूम है कुछ लोग तो आउटसोर्स कर देते हैं वो एक्टिविटी, बट ऑन अ लाइटर साइड इफ द स्टूडेंट्स हैव डन इट, दे हैव डन अ गुड जॉब. But the question needs to be asked as a thinker, as an innovator, as a creative person, is that were the students very creative in their approach, or did they do as it was told to them? So this is a question everybody needs to answer. The participants need to answer. The teachers need to answer. The parents need to answer. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to share with you a thought on how you can help in making children more innovative or creative in their approach. And these are very simple tricks that you can do. And I'll explain you with an example. And if I explain with an example, you'll be able to relate it better and help in the journey. Um, for example, let's look at traffic management. Uh, let's look at traffic management. I just put it over here so that the lights थोड़ा सा diffused आ रहे हैं. So let me put it um, more like well, let me give you an example. For example, let me give you so traffic management. Let's go with this example of traffic management. I mean, there are students who talk about traffic management. Let me give you an example. So, question is, how do you make traffic and management more innovative in terms of presentation? Huh? How can you do that? So what you can do is I'll probably encourage the participants who are there, the students. If since they're in class 8 and 9, they can then themselves go out alone. But if they are children, you can accompany them. But what the students can do of class 9 and 10 is that they should go and start sitting in the just standing in the chora, at the traffic signal, and try to understand how this traffic is happening in real life. In real life, what's happening when you stand at a square? For example, you take any square, any busy crossroads, just go and sit there and watch what's happening. Now there are a lot of facets to traffic. There could be about the intensity of traffic during the course of the day, how it shifts, or it could be about the managing of traffic, or it could be about the pollution levels, or it could be about the discipline, or it could be about many elements of a traffic can come into the picture. So now let's pick up one by one and then try to see what can be done over here. For example, you pick up traffic management. अब आप क्या कर सकते हो? स्टूडेंट्स को आप बोलिए कि भाई कभी कभी सुबह सुबह चले जाओ, देखो उस चौराहे पे ट्रैफिक कैसा है। कभी कभी ऑफिस टाइम पे जाओ, कभी दोपहर 2 बजे जाओ, शाम को ऑफिस टाइम पे जाओ, फिर एक बार देर रात को जाओ, केवल 4-5 बार ही जाओ, ज्यादा मत जाओ, 4-5 बार जाके देखो। जब आप देखोगे तो क्या ऑब्जर्व करोगे? इफ यू वांट टू सी ट्रैफिक मूवमेंट, सो द स्टूडेंट्स विल अंडरस्टैंड, ओके ट्रैफिक का जो है लेट नाइट में कैसे ट्रैफिक आती है, ऑफिस टाइम में ट्रैफिक कैसे होता है, जनरल पॉइंट ऑफ द डे कैसे ट्रैफिक रहता है, शाम को कैसा रहता है, रात को कैसा रहता है। Now these are big things that happen end of the day. Most students will say this is a traffic choraya, but when they understand how the traffic moves during the course of the day, ask them, help them understand, what do they understand by it, what are they making sense when they see the variation in the traffic. The very interesting answers will come to them. देखिए बच्चों को अगर आप बोल दोगे ना तो बड़ा interesting, yeah, they'll say, they'll come out with some very interesting answers. Also ask them, say for example, traffic management पे ही पूछे तो अच्छा इतने traffic है, how is traffic being managed? तो बताओगे, they might come and tell you, Papa, or Uncle, or Sir, I between 9:30 to 6 o'clock, I normally saw traffic. I saw traffic during the morning, the afternoon, and the evening. But late night, I hardly see traffic, and very early morning, I hardly see traffic. Then I ask them about, okay, if the police is there, how is the traffic managed? If the police is not there, how is it being managed? So what do you learn out of it? Now the students will be very shocked and very surprised. Okay, oh yes, something that there is learning to take away from this for the students. Okay, so how will they do it? And also, if you can actually tell them to do some mathematics of it, for example, you can tell them how many cars pass for every green light from every road, every side of the road, every road. How many cars pass every 30 seconds? And he or she will be tremendously surprised when they find that, okay, nearly 200 cars and vehicles are passing in just 40-45 seconds or 30 seconds. Now I'm talking of something like 400 cars and vehicles passing in over 3 minutes from the square. Now how intense is the traffic? How intense is the traffic? So they learn a lot on that, and then so they learn about the rate of traffic flow, the rate, and you can also ask them what kind of technology can we introduce so that the traffic gets managed so very well. How can you ensure that traffic flows without how what's the speed of the traffic that should be there so that people don't have to stop and they are crossing the red light when it is actually green. A lot of things can happen. And also to help the students understand the pollution level. Say, ask them, in the very early morning, what's the pollution level in the office? Okay, in the chora on the crossroads, and at 9 a.m. what is the traffic? What pollution? What's the traffic pollution at in the afternoon, evening, night? Now they will see the variation in pollution level. Ask them, how's this pollution coming? Who is driving pollution? What can we do that the pollution comes down? Okay, and then talk about discipline. So many things about discipline you can talk about. How's the discipline when the traffic is traffic guy is there, when the traffic guy is not there? What's the level of discipline? देखो कभी कभी क्या होता है कि ये सब चीजें ना when you ये सब चीजें आप बोलोगे स्टूडेंट्स को एक स्टूडेंट को एक्सपीरियंस करने के लिए, स्टूडेंट क्या नहीं सीखता है और वो क्या नहीं बता सकता है आपको। थिंक अबाउट इट, वो क्या नहीं बता सकता है आपको, कितने इनोवेटिव क्रिएटिव आइडियाज वो दे सकता है कि ये कर सकते हैं, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ये कर सकती है, ट्रैफिक मिनिस्ट्री ये कर सकती है. Or you can, even if you ask, they can suggest how to reduce traffic. The children are very creative. They don't have any bias. You just give them a problem, they can tell you the solutions without any bias. है कि नहीं? तो ये सब चीजें आप अगर कराएंगे स्टूडेंट्स को, तो आप एक्चुअली क्या कर रहे हैं, आप स्टूडेंट्स को हेल्प कर रहे हो कि एक टॉपिक पे एक लार्जर पिक्चर देखे, एक सिस्टम्स व्यू फॉर्म करे. क्योंकि देखिए, अगर आपको कोई चीज, अगर बच्चे को कुछ सिखाना है, प्रोजेक्ट करता क्या है, व्हाट इज द नेसेसिटी ऑफ अ प्रोजेक्ट? प्रोजेक्ट हेल्प स्टूडेंट अंडरस्टैंड द सिस्टम्स व्यू ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर एक्टिविटी, है कि नहीं? So that is what it does. And so if you start doing things like this, your children, or if you're the teacher, you see your students actually becoming very creative in their approach, in their projects, in their write-ups, in their thought process. I think that's more important for every one of us. How do I make my children, my students, very creative? Yeah. So this is what I thought I'll just share with you. If you really want to know more about how to make children more creative, or you want to understand how do I make my topics very interesting, very innovative, creative in their approach, so that students learn a lot, or you want to understand how to take a systems view of any topic, you could reach out to me. I'll help you. I can interact with you and then help you move from your current state to a desired state, from where the students can gain a lot. Okay. With this, thank you so very much. I love the way you keep hearing me. I want you to acknowledge, or you know sign up or subscribe to this model. We'll be more than happy. Yeah. Thank you.